Joe Namath, also known as Broadway Joe. He is a former American football quarterback who played in the National Football League, the NFL, primarily for the New York Jets. Born on May 31st, 1943, in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, Namath gained fame for his charismatic personality, flamboyant lifestyle, and remarkable talent on the football field. Namath played college football at the University of Alabama, where he led the team to a national championship in 1964. He then entered the professional ranks when he was selected by the New York Jets as a first overall pick in the 1965 AFL Draft. Namath's most notable period of success came during the late 1960s. In 1969, he led the New York Jets to a victory in Super Bowl III. A game that is often regarded as one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. The Jets, led by Namath, defeated the heavily favored Baltimore Colts 16-7, and Namath was named the Super Bowl MVP. Off the field, Namath was known for his confident and flashy persona, earning the nickname Broadway Joe, due to his involvement in the nightlife of New York City. His success on the field and charismatic personality made him one of the first football players to achieve celebrity status beyond the sports world. Joe Namath made a guest appearance on the popular American sitcom The Brady Bunch in the early 1970s. The specific episode is titled Mail Order Hero.
Is there anything special I can do for you, Bobby?
Could you come over for dinner one night, Joe?
And is from the show's 5th season, originally airing on November 23rd, 1973. In the episode, Namath plays himself and is a hero figure for Bobby Brady, played by Mike Lookinland.
And as long as I'm here, why don't we go throw a few passes together?
Wow.
The storyline involves Bobby idolizing Joe Namath and even claiming to know him personally. To impress his friends, Bobby writes a letter to Namath, who surprises him by showing up at the Brady residence.
Mike, this is my husband, Mike. This is Mr. Namath and Mr. Keller.
Namath then spends time with Bobby and the rest of the Brady family, teaching them about sportsmanship and the importance of being a good role model.
Excuse me, you don't seem to be taking this very seriously.
Namath's appearance on the Brady Bunch is often remembered as one of the most memorable celebrity guest spots on the show. His charisma and popularity at the time made him a fitting choice for a sitcom aimed at a family audience. Apart from the Brady Bunch, Joe Namath also made appearances on various other television shows and sitcoms, leveraging his fame to venture into the entertainment industry.
But neither will I. I really enjoyed it.
His crossover into pop culture solidified his status as a sports and cultural icon during the late 1960s and early 1970s. The unnamed plaintiff in a long-running lawsuit who says Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Namath ignored and then covered up years of sexual abuse at his football camp in the 70s has revealed his identity in documents, saying that he was, quote, shedding his John Doe status to aid in my own healing. Philip Lyle Smith, now in his 60s and living in Florida, sued the Jets legend in 2019, detailing years of abuse from a counselor at a summer football camp Namath owned and ran for decades. He initially filed the case as John Doe, but recently filed documents identifying himself, in part because defendants had petitioned a judge to remove his anonymity. Smith stated in a statement to ESPN, "Coming forward and shedding my John Doe status was not only empowering to me to aid in my own healing, but I also hoped it might allow others to hear my story and to have the courage to do the same thing and begin their own healing." The lawsuit alleges that camp coach Philip Foglietta did little to hide his routine of having Smith, then 10, sleep in his bed, where the boy was abused for the summers he attended Namath's camp between 1970 and 1975. According to the lawsuit, Foglietta took advantage of Smith, having recently lost his father, to groom him. The school settled a lawsuit from 12 plaintiffs who accused him in 2009 of abusing them after he was hired in 1966. Foglietta died in 1998. In his 28-page lawsuit filed in New York State Court in Brooklyn, Smith said that Foglietta used Namath, his boyhood hero, to groom him as a victim. He said Foglietta made sure Namath threw a pass to him daily and paid him so much attention that other campers assumed he was the quarterback's nephew. That preferential treatment further isolated Smith from his older, larger teammates and solidified his sense of indebtedness to Foglietta, according to the lawsuit. The case, which has inched along for about 4 years, said Namath and camp co-owner John Dockery should have known about the alleged abuse because of the preferential treatment and nightly bed checks that would have revealed him sleeping in the coach's room. In their response, Namath and Dockery denied several of the accusations and claimed not to have enough information to offer useful responses to details Smith included. Smith said camp staffers did nothing to protect him from his abuser. The only reaction he remembers from camp staffers was when a counselor offered to bring a cot into the coach's room so that they wouldn't have to sleep in the same bed. That cot remained outside the door overnight and was removed the next day, Smith wrote in his complaint. Smith said the abuse ended as he grew older, and he didn't speak about it until decades later. Coverage of the child sexual abuse scandal involving Penn State football coach Jerry Sandusky persuaded him that he too had been a victim. The Namath case is among several lawsuits brought on during New York's temporary pause in the statute of limitations for child sex abuse. It has been continuously delayed by judicial questions, drawn-out discovery processes, and the pandemic shutdown of courts. Though Smith had progressively become more comfortable with his identity as a child sex abuse survivor, his attorney said he was prompted to go public when defendants filed a motion asking a judge to end his anonymity. Rather than fight the demand and risk another delay, Smith did so. Smith has also barred his identity outside of other court documents, beginning with an interview with the New York Post. Smith told the Post, "Namath went from a hero to a zero in my life. That was part of Foglietta's grooming to abuse me." Smith said he is determined to press forward in the case, to bring accountability while Namath 80 is still alive. "I have come to realize that the light of shame is not on me, the survivor, but should be pointed at the abusers and their enablers and their protectors who together sabotaged and robbed me of my innocence of youth, all while stunting the forward progression of my life." Smith said in a statement to ESPN, "We need to find out why and how this was and still is allowed to happen in our society, and to hold those who stayed silent accountable, even if they are persons who our culture holds in such high regard as heroes. Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.